Hey people, Intro here, February 3, SD Province, Blue Team. We have some Guard, Red Crown 555, and a Lord Commissar. Strong offense and support. Fighting in melee begins with a shield, can shoot his own fellas in the head to encourage them, alongside Deathclaw and a Lord General. Fighting in ranged combat begins with a retinue, can add to the retinue throughout the game. Really strong defense and support, and looks like we have the Catachan's elite scheme, which has been recolored. Rounding off the blue team then, Bebop and a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that can leap into combat with some powerful disruption and support. Red team, some Space Marine fellas, Raven and a Force Commander. A versatile frontline hero, can bring offense, disruption and support for the Emperor. And we have some Black Templars alongside Peter Brabeck-Letmathe, also known as Overtly generous, rocking an Apothecary support hero fighting in melee combat by default. Begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Warlock barely escapes the field there. Rounding off the teams then, Mango Eating Bug and a Ravener Alpha. A turn-on hero with great mobility, powerful offense and a bit of support. Begins with a ranged weapon. This is the east side. Looks like a 2v2 fight here. Howling Banshees off the field though. Cormagaunt's leading the charge. Tactical Marines are there also looking for melee, I think, on those guardsmen maybe. And they're going to power bash. Scouts can decap the wreck point. West side is, I think, turning blue. Are those guys actually capping, or they're not actually capping? These guys are huddling behind heavy cover. And the Force Commander does have a decent bolt pistol, so they don't really want to approach that. Here we go. Now they're forced to approach. Lord Commissar coming in. Can tie up the Tactical Marines. Maybe get a special. There we go. Throws up his shield. Sentinel trying to pick models off the scouts. There goes one. Force Commander. Oh, he has the Chainsword and Storm Shield up already. I was going to say it's weird that he is going after the Lord Commissar and not tying up these guardsmen, but now he's going after him. Attacks take the garrison. I think the scouts went off the field, did they? Yeah, scouts are off the field. These guys are fast capping the power point. I don't know why this wasn't capped already. Did he get decapped? Very odd. Double tax then for Raven. Flamer up for Overtly. Already on the power southwest. Apothecary running interference. So he's running purification vials. We'll see how that pans out. Typically we see the purification rights for Overtly. These guys are trying to decap the power. That fast cap. There's the heal. They're back on a decap again. They're still on it. And they got it. They dropped 2 models to get that though. Was that worth it? Bashed the node and decapped it. 125 to repurchase the node. It will be, what, 75 per Marine to reinforce. Down goes the Force Commander as well. They did get the Sentinel. Catachan's retaking the natural power under fire from Tactical Marines. Lord General maybe could have been tying them up there. You have some actual Catachan Devils for Red Crown and for Deathclaw. An Assault Squad for Raven. Warrior Brood in for Mango Eating Bug. And they have Barb Strangler already. Bebop fighting back with some Rangers. Getting their Pathfinder gear. Nothing for the Warlock yet. Looking for a Destructor. There it is. Decent hit on the Termagants. But the Banshees, yeah, they might struggle to get in to combat with a Barb Strangler and double Toxin Sacks. Here's an assist from Deathclaw. Mango Eating Bug calling the 2. Just letting his teammate know to either help out or double the other side, maybe. These guys taking a natural back again. Just keeps getting bashed and decapped. Now the blue team on the power this side. What is Overtly going to do? Is that the Apothecary there? That is the Apothecary. I think he wants to bash this power again. Does have the customized Stormbolter in. And what are the scouts up to? Oh, they're getting a cheeky decap. Maybe even a cap on the natural VP. And they do have their shotguns and their sergeant. So it's up to Mango Eating Bug to defend this alone. Cormagaunts don't have their upgrade, but his double Termagants do. 2 gens down. Node is being repurchased. That is a shotgun Lord General there with move. Might help him disengage nice and quick. Catachan's chucking that their defensive smoke as well. But now they're retreating. 4-3-4 to 4-2-4. Derek and Nigel both downed in the retinue, but the Lord General does get away. Did a bit of bashing. These guys able to escape. Not too bad for the blue team there. That was 2 players though, wasn't it? What happened to Bebop stuff? Oh, Bebop rotated off over. Flamers are still here on the tax. Raven gets out, Overtly stays in play. Oh, the Vials were aiming for the Banshees there, I think, but he missed them. Assault squad out of there too. These guys are still in play. Looks like they got at least 2 of the gens down because they're getting rebuilt here. Maybe they got the node at some point as well, not sure. These guys are still trying to bash stuff, but they now need to run. Catachan's in on them, and these guys do have power melee knives. They're bad news for heavy armor. Good job, says Raven. Hive node up on the east side. Really rare thing to see. That's something that the Raven Alpha actually starts with, providing a defensive aura around it. I think doesn't it slow down and damage enemies as well? You see the Banshees here getting messed up. Slow down even more by crippling poison. The big Hive node plays. Is that double ranges? Yeah, double ranges. Can they get the Hive node down now? They can. You only get 15 red for it. Get more red for a tactical marine, I think. So, some good harassment there from Mango. Took a gen, took a node. Drew 2 players across. Here comes Overtly. What's he going to go for? The power again? Seems like that's what he's aiming for. Deathclaw needs to respond. Lost one of his guardsmen, goes tier 2. So does Bebop. And Raven also goes tier 2. Is Overtly floating? No, not yet. Trying to steal the power on the east side. Meanwhile, west side, Commissar levels to 2. He's got Power Sword, Carapace, and Aura of Discipline. What about this guy? Still with just the Chainsaw and Storm Shield. With the awesome defend ability. Fighting double Catachans here. Doesn't get that bolt pistol anymore though, innit? Because of the shield. Gets a slightly better chainsword though. Can he kill one of these guys? He can. Level 2 Commissar. Can he kill a Marine? He does kill a Marine before they get in there. Hit the right model, I guess. Full bash again by Overtly on this side. Well, I think that's the first full bash they've done here. And a decap. There's the heal. Combat stims queued up for tier 2. This guy's going to run. Staying in there for now. Catachans disrupt them off the cap, and they are close to dropping a model. And here come Plasma Guardsmen. There's the run. They did drop a model in the end. Overtly's still here with his Apothecary. Chucks the Vials. To try and kill the retinue models, I guess. And it did kill him. 4-1-3 to 3-4-1. Howling Banshees are war shouting. Some Hormagaunts over here. Big retreat, actually. Why did everything retreat? You know, didn't like the Banshees, I guess. The Ravener in there. Ravener's back at base already. Force Commander throws up the defend and tanks all the las guns. Catachan should go into melee. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Almost run off. You can't see the indicator of him. 397 to 341. Now they're on the red team's power. Can Overtly defend it? Stormtroopers on the way for Deathclaw. Dreadnought on the way for Raven. Sergeant up on those tacks, and combat stims is in, and there it is. Thrown on the guardsman. On the tacks to shoot the guardsman, giving them it breaks suppression and also gives them, is it 30%? Yeah, 30% damage bonus and a 15% damage resistance bonus. Pretty damn good buff. Now it's worn off though, isn't it? 386 to 334. Grenade barrage knocks them down. There's a whole bunch of stuff here against Overtly. It's 2v1. And like 6 squads versus 1 and a hero. Overtly chucks out the Vials, but the Commissar's in on those tacks. Should have gotten in on there a bit earlier, I think. But he gets them off the field. Red Crown goes tier 2. There's a Dreadnought up already with an assault cannon blasting away. Very good single target piercing damage, and it has an awesome barrage. Not sure what kind of damage the barrage does. Maybe it's auto cannon or something. But it's very cool. Banshees in there with their spear, scaring off a Ravener Brood. There's another Ravener Brood in there, and they are a melee Ravener Brood. With enhanced muscle coil. Are the other guys as well? No, the other guys are ranged. And these guys don't have melee synapse, so he may keep one melee and one ranged, maybe. Anything for the Ravener Alpha. No war gear for this fella. Scouts are not going to get away. Scouts white. Lord General has the Vox operator guy, who pulled down a beacon to reinforce fellas. 386 to 269 on the VPs. Termagants flee. Ravener Alpha, though, to hold these guys up. What is this? That's the Dreadnought power bashing, which means it's very far forward. I guess he's confident they don't have any anti-vehicle. There's the tier 3 for Overtly. On retreat, he says. I'm not sure what that means. These guys going for a power bash. Might be able to get a good vial on these fellas, eh? Attacks will go around the back to flank with some, perhaps, melee attacks on those retreating units. They got one of Jen's. There's that Catachan's grenade barrage, though. That is nasty. Kills one of the Marines. Oh, killed the Sergeant. I need to spend power to replace that guy. Stabilizes in for the Lord General. There's the vials, but they will miss. Apothecary levels to 5, so he's got a really powerful heal. And these tacks are quite low, so I might need to use it pretty soon. There's that Dreadnought and double tacks of Raven looking pretty solid here. That Force Commander support. And now he's got Artificer armor and he's got Teleporter pack. Teleporter pack with the chainsword, eh? You'd expect to see the banner, or the standard. There's the relay beacon, which automatically gets destroyed after a while. But he's trying to speed it up here. And then the Vox operator died, it looks like. Barrage, there it is. Not sure if it hit anything good. Oh, something just got executed, I think. And they get the Force Command down. He's level 4 and he's pretty tough. Teleports out, there we go. In on the las cannon. Is that why he got the teleport? To get onto anti-vehicle quickly, maybe. 360 to 247. Force Commander now runs, but it's well judged in the end. These guys are now bashing power. Dreadnought's taking some hits. Scouts need to try and repair. What is this? Whole bunch of stuff in it. We have a Corrosive Devourer, a Ravener Alpha. Powerful and anti-everything weapon if you use corrosive shots. And Toxic Miasma. Barb Strangler suppresses nothing there. Hitting those retreating rangers, I guess. He's using this guy in melee to stop these guys shooting those plasma guns. He runs into other such shootiness and has to flee. These guys want to engage. Might not be the best engagement. Trying to suppress stuff, I suppose. Yeah, but the plasmas are bad news. The Vox operator drops in his beacon again. 360 to 201. Full bash here on that power point. That's well played by Red Crown. Could be a very vital full bash as Overtly gets into the tier 3 role. Oh, he's got the red for Terminators already though. There's tier 3 for Mango and tier 3 for Bebop. Can they get another power bash on this side? Capillary Tower there. These guys are putting an improvised explosive in. It instantly gets taken out. Burrow Strike. Guardsman trying to create some space. I was going to say these guys could chuck a grenade, but they do not have a grenade these days, so keep forgetting. The Assault Squad Stormtroopers. The Warlock is here. He's got the Immolator Blade. And that's Overtly's Terminators, I would think. Yep, Terminators are in. Instantly going to take a whole bunch of damage. They're going to be supported by Mango pretty soon. Having to teleport out. Took huge amounts of damage there. And Bebop is tier 3, so we could see Seer Council or Dark Creepers pretty soon. Creeping Barrage from Deathclaw. Won't knock the Terminators around, but The Tyranids did not like it, ran the hell away. 341 to 179. Terminators are being chased, taking a lot of damage from the Howling Banshees. Even the Rippers are in there, look. Trying to help it. Don't the Rippers slow things down? They only slow vehicles down, I guess. Don't seem to be slowing down the Banshees. They did huge damage from the Terminators there. Good grief. Got them down to 2 models. Lucky to have 2. Immolator thrown in. Burning some Tyranids. Destructor thrown in as well. Double Rangers still in play. There's a Burrow Strike. Lots of pressure here from the blue team. Need to try not to overextend and outstay their welcome. And lose a bunch of stuff doing this. One of the heroes is on their natural. Is that the Apothecary? Must be, right? I think the Apothecary just grabbed the natural for a triple cap on red. Some good synapse backlashes on those sniper shots. Can they power bash now? They're going for it. Repositioning as they do. And there's the move buff to reposition. Rippers in here. There's that Apothecary. He's level 5. Tax. Oh, they're fighting his Seer Council. That's not a good fight for those tactical marines, but he got a full bash here overtly. He got the VP and a full bash. Terminators are still back there, yeah. What's going on west side? Raven is doing some good work. Goes tier 3. Good spot for a barrage. He has to go forward to do it. And they came forward to dodge it, I think. And brought it into range of a las cannon. Down goes the Dreadnought. Raven calls the 2. 214 to 179. Raven does have the red for his own Terminators, so we may see some. Blue team's armies are looking pretty strong though. Lehman Russ is in. Bebop's using his units quite well. The Banshees have done well. He's got Seer Council now too, providing that damage resistance aura to all that stuff. Warlock's level 3. He could become way more dangerous if he just got a warp throw or something in. The Tyranids are tending to blob up, as you can see. He can warp throw the whole lot of them. But he probably wants them to stay in place and burn to death, I guess. 200 to 179. 1-to-1 cap, but blue team are taking the west. Red team kind of pinned back at the moment. Is that Raven's Terminators? I think it is. Yes, he's got himself some regular Terminators. The Force Commander can get Assault Terminators. What if Bebop wants to get Dark Creepers up? He'll have to let go of something in terms of freeing up population, though. Maybe it's worth just letting go one of those Guardian squads to get Dark Creepers on, eh? Cyclone Missile Launcher Barrage. Does not need the Lehman Russ, which is going for Executioner rounds, or cannon. There it is, like a rapid firing plasma. Very, very good against Terminators, but these guys going aggro, teleporting into melee, which means they can't teleport to escape now. And that's a lot of plasma guns. And the Executioner, of course. Needs to be careful not to run into those Tyranids. I was going to say it's also got to be careful for the Terminators not to run into the Seer Council and stuff. Seer Council have their fancy spears in already. Here comes Kassakin for Red Crown. Librarian for Overtly. Providing awesome support, that guy, with his Force Barrier and also Gate of Infinity for the Terminators. Is that combat stims on these guys? Yeah, look at that. Buffing up the Cyclone Barrage to power bash. That's nuts. Banshees are yelling. They're in the thick of it. Thick of it alongside the Seer Council, though, eh? Trying to use Crippling Poison to control their movement. Banshees run. Seer Council still in there. Still no warp throw. Might be worth just grabbing Falchu's Wing to buff the Seer Council even more. Trying to power bash while they're here. Immolator. Oh, kills one of the warriors, eh? Warlock's level 4 now. Carn effects on the way for Mango. Hearing explosions and stuff. Not sure. Oh, probably just a Cyclone shot. Here comes another Cyclone shot. Didn't do too much. Not easy to hit a tank when it's head on to you with the Cyclone because it spreads so far and wide. Carnifex soon then. What would you get? Would you get Stranglethorn to try and control that Eldar melee with suppression, or do you just get a Thorn back to fight him? There's that crippling poison. So useful even in the very late game. Whatever you are, you get slowed down by it if you're infantry. This stuff is backing the hell off. Beacon comes in to reinforce. But look at that push from the red team. All of a sudden looking very intimidating, aren't they, with double Terminators and the Storm Shield buff and the Apothecary support, who's now level 7. A really powerful heal, but they have rebuffed the attack. Him and Russ doing wonders here. You do see Missile Launcher in play to try and deal with it. Any Missile Launchers for Raven? 1. Plasma Cannon comes in. Where's the Librarian? Oh, he's there. Chucks out the Force Barrier. Disrupting stuff. They've backed the red team all the way off, basically. Lord General sprinting around with his shotguns, now needs to run himself. Termagant's white, they need to get a decap on that VP in it. More retreating. Terminators can't retreat though, they're getting chased down. Awesome counter, but there's the Gate of Infinity to get them out of trouble. 2-1 for blue. Might be a triple. Plasma Cannon. Castle can run, they've got their own plasma guns in hand at the moment. Blue team looking pretty powerful. That Executioner. Outrageous. Level 3 attacks. Able to stand up a huge amount of punishment, aren't they? With the Defender. Neiman Russ now turns the hell around. It hasn't leveled up yet. It's doing a lot of damage, but it's not actually getting kills. We have got a Thornback Carnifex here. So a melee specialized Carnifex with 1750 hit points level 1.
We're here. Let's get to it.
Can spawn Rippers, can charge. Down to 30 VPs, the red team. Do they have one last big push in them? Overtly, I guess, is saving for a Land Raider. May not come in time. Can these guys force a decap? Force Commander's going for it. Needs to throw the Defender. Doesn't really have energy though. Trying to desperately get the decap. He's got that built-in 20% range damage resistance with the shield. Terminator's on the decap now as well. They get it. Force Commander runs and makes it. Well judged there by Raven. Files. Misses. Down to 10 VPs and they stop the VP counter. Look at this now, the Raven Alpha trying to get a cheeky decap. Carnifex is here to fight the Banshees, which it will happily do. They war shout the Ravener down, eh? You got any other war gear? Oh, it's fully kitted now. Regenerate and Synapse. Carnifex cracking through some of those Banshees. Can they get a decap here? Warlock comes to defend. Level 5. Still has no other war gear. Leman Russ coming in for Red Crown. Maybe another Executioner. Hey, he's done so well. And Red Redeemer is indeed on the way for Overtly. With 10 VPs remaining. Might actually get it out. Are all the Marines level 4 yet? No, they're not. Level 3, level 3, level 4. Level 8 Apothecary, level 7 Force Commander. Those two heroes have done really well so far. Those Space Marine fellas. Yeah, this guy isn't leveled either. See, Council haven't leveled. No Dark Creepers. Surely it's worth getting rid of the Guardians to get Dark Creepers in. 1, 3, 4 to 10. Force Commander having a look. Cyclone gets them moving but doesn't actually hit anything. Blue team gearing up for a hell of a push. It looks like Mango's lying in wait to pounce on their natural VP maybe. Here's the push. There's the Force Barrier. Nicely timed by Overtly. Still needs to back the hell off though. I assume that second Leman Russ is out. Yeah, there it is. And it does have Executioner too. Big push hit. Apothecary runs back to his Land Raider. That thing can reinforce you in the field. Massive fight here. Avatar having a go. Forces a bunch of Raven stuff to run. Harana formation. Does it stop the cap? It does. Carnifex is now here. Getting some good hits. Did it wipe the Banshees? Banshees are wiped. With the Avatar in, I think you can get Dark Creepers up maybe. A few models die. Big old Wailing Doom. Vials. Good throw. Terminators, sorry, the Librarian is trying to cap here. Lord's General may die. Lord's General does die. Has Raven marked the Land Raider as a retreat point yet? Carnifex is forced to back away. Avatar took a lot of damage though. Terminator's on the cap. Under heavy fire. Can they do this? Last Cannon's getting shots on the Land Raider now. They're tanking those Executioners remarkably well, even without the shield buff. These Terminators are a little bit low. Getting chased. Lascannon's getting shots though. Need to be careful there. Oh, he's getting vision for a rocket run. Does it wipe out the Lascannon? It does wipe out those Devastators. Blue team back on the VP, 83 to 10. What is this guarding? Katachun's guarding the VP there. Devastator's guarding that VP. More Devastators coming in for Raven. Another Carnifex from Mango. He's got a Lictor on the field too. The Avatar, did it back off to the base? Yeah, the Avatar had to back off and heal up. 2 to 1 for blue. Is that enough? It might be enough. The Terminators are trying to decap. And they got it. They got it on one VP. They got the decap. Raven's Terminator is dropping another model as they did so. Having to flee. Some Katachun's dying. Force Commander goes down. The Land Raider's very low, taking Lascannon shots, but it has to run the Lascannon. The attacks are on the cap. No, it's the Apothecary capping, who would cap slower as well. Down to one VP they're holding on. Back on the natural for blue. Mango's having a go. With the first Carnifex. Where's the second one? Second one's here, no upgrade. Lictor ran away. 2 to 1 for red still. Can they get a triple? Decap. Ravenous decapping. Here comes a Stormblade for Deathclaw. Gonna take a while to produce it though. There's for the Emperor on those Tactical Marines with missile launcher. Bebop's got to produce units, surely. Where are the Dark Creepers? Double cap now for red. Or a D-cannon or something. D-cannon will help him stop caps. Vials remaining relevant in the very late game. Level 10 Apothecary. Dark Creeper, those were Guardians dying. Avatar is healed enough. Carnifex is rumbling away. Are they both Thornback? No, one of them Strangle Thorn. See a Counselor going after the Thornback though. Here's that Executioner again. 22 to 1. Can the Stormblade get on the field in time? And can it make a difference if it does? Look at this. Cheeky decap by infiltrated Rangers who also tied up the Devastators. Awesome play by Bebop there. I'm not sure if the Rangers are going to get away. Looks like maybe these guys did on 5 hit points. Orbital thrown in by one of the Space Marine players. Oh, it's going to friendly fire this Devastator to death. 18 to 1. 1 to 1 cap. And that's it. Blue team had it. They got the decap over here too. Guess it was the, looks like the Commissar got a decap here. Awesome, awesome stuff. The Land Raider survived incredibly close. Incredibly close. Another plasma cannon was on the way. This one was trying to cover the VP. Let's look at his heroes, eh? Level 4 Commissar. With Aura of Discipline at the end. It might have made a big difference on these fights here. Deathclaw's Lord General level 5 and down. Warlock level 5. Never did get any other war gear, eh? Level 8 Force Commander, always in the thick of it. Seemed to judge his engagements quite well. Did go down a couple of times though. Apothecary of Overtly level 10. And he did some work with those vials, eh? Combat stims are always awesome. And a level 5 Ravener Alpha did great work up and down the east side, also harassing this VP. But that decap by those Rangers was huge. Huge decap there by Bebop. Awesome stuff. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see ya next time.